This is a public service announcement. Right, this week we need to start with an apology. As you can see by this speeded up version of the entire vlog, we were let down by gravity as one of the cameras slipped down and cut off Will and Mick's heads. So yes, apologies for that. But anyway, on with the vlog. This week on the House of Bread show, we get an update on the garden from Matt, and also a lot more news on the grand opening. We also hear about Juice Comedy and what they'll be doing for us once a month. Mick's in to discuss tins and bowls, along with much, much more, including me saying this. Carry your own OP. Well, hello once again to the House of Bread show. With me this week we've got the A team. Well, no, B team, because Lisa's not here. She'd be annoyed at me if I called you the A team.
Yeah, true.
Will.
Good morning.
And
good morning,
Mick.
Jack.
Good morning. Good morning, Jack.
Fantastic. Right, so we'll get straight into it because we're very excited for next Saturday.
Yes.
Because it is the grand opening of our Pride and Joy, the community garden. So
Hey!
it's over to a quick interview with Matt, who will update us on what's happened since we last were down there and what will be coming up. Right, well, we're here in the community garden this lovely Friday morning, which should get a bit brighter because I've been bold and worn shorts and flip-flops. So, Matt, do you want to give us a quick update of what we've got in here at the moment, since last time we met you? I'll stop talking so you can talk now.
Great, so just over to my right there, we've got lots of things growing really well. We had a group of 25 brownies in the other day, and they did a lot of work for us. They planted a whole load of runner beans, couple of rows of cabbages, and then the regulars on Tuesdays have been pottering away and getting rid of the weeds, and we've got potatoes flowering. We actually harvested the first few on Tuesday and Pete ate them raw, so he's probably a bit poorly.
Yes, I haven't seen him around. No, we have, he's fine. He's fine.
And we've got broad beans coming through, and yeah, it's all looking quite good really. And then as you can see right beneath your feet there, cameraman, we're just chopping up some wood, and we're going to make a bit of a raised area here to plant herbs and stuff into. And yeah, we've got some willow freshly foraged and hopefully going to root. We're a bit late in the season for that, but we'll see what happens. And then yeah, our new raised beds out through the gateway.
Yes, I've heard a lot about these raised beds. Hopefully there's some people around to create some scale so we can see how big they are. So we'll go through now, Stuart soaring away there. Right, here we are. So, what have these raised beds got in them, and why are they here?
So this is the new part of our land, which we now have the permission to crack on with. So we've done raised beds for a number of reasons, mainly because they're really accessible for anyone to use. So it cuts down bending down, wheelchair users, kids, everyone can access these. It's brilliant. So we built 7. They each take about a ton of soil, so I've been shifting a lot of topsoil. Again, the brownies filled an entire one between them, which is quite the effort.
No, they didn't. None of them got trapped in there.
There's no brownies in the beds as it stands.
Good.
But in these two here, we've got leek and potatoes. So that is soup for bread church, probably in September. In these ones, there's a mix of beans, nasturtiums, corn, courgettes, cabbage, kale, and yellow beetroot.
Wow, so a real conglomeration of stuff.
Smorgasbord.
A smorgasbord. Well, that's absolutely fantastic, Matt. Obviously, we'll keep coming back to you at points, but the next time we will come back to you, it will be officially open.
It will indeed. So Saturday, 20th of June, 4 till 7, official opening. Free barbecue, cream teas, lots of fun. Yeah, come along.
That's going to be fantastic. Well, thank you very much, and back to the studio. Right, well, thank you, me. Here we are, back in the studio / unit.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, we're really
Yeah.
looking forward to the opening.
Yeah, and all are welcome as ever. So come on down, get your free burger.
What about
and
the weather?
And the weather, we've booked the weather,
That's
so
fine,
you know
that's
it's
good,
fantastic.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we're
it's
very
really-
excited.
Direct line, excellent.
So yeah, that will be fantastic. There's barbecues, like they said on the video,
Yeah.
face painting, Maybe a bit of music. We're not sure.
Yes.
Um,
We'll see how it goes. I was going
yeah.
to bring my ukulele along.
Words.
yes,
So,
yeah.
yeah. But no, just definitely come on down, even if it's only just for a couple of minutes, just see what we're about. And yeah, no, it's good. It's
And the
really
fence,
good.
will the fence be up by
No,
then?
no, but a week after. But we've got sort of a bit of nice bunting to show where the fence will be. There's nothing like a bit of bunting.
Yeah, no, very
Celebrate
British,
it.
very British. Right, so we'll move on to while you're here, Mick.
Yes.
Oh, why am I here? Asked myself that question.
You've
many
got
times.
two hats on this morning.
Two hats on, yeah.
So we'll start with
Although
the
not visible.
tins. And it's great news from the tins,
It's
I hear.
wonderful news on the tins. We have 32 of these little babies out there,
Oh, fantastic.
and we are averaging £15 per tin.
£15 per tin.
Thank
That
you,
is
Stafford.
absolutely amazing.
That is.
That's a lot more than I thought you were going to say.
It's a lot more than I thought we were going to add up. Please, though, folks, if you can, get on board. You know,
Yeah. We've got
Shops.
plenty of them, haven't we?
yeah, we have. We've got them waiting to go out, hot foot. Businesses, shops, anywhere.
Well, if you're
Get
not
them
on
your
board,
counter.
yeah, if you're not on board, £15 on average a tin, sounds like you're the only one. So
Yeah.
get
on, come on
donating.
down. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
please do.
That's brilliant. That's fantastic. And the other reason you're here,
Bowls.
bowls.
Sorry,
Language
I wasn't being rude, honestly. Yeah, the Crown Green Bowls that we do on a Thursday from 10 till 12 at the Amersall Bowling Club there.
Mm.
John and Jill Morley are the coaches. It's going great guns. We're getting different friends, volunteers, etc. are down there. And we want to make sure that people do know that to come down and have a look at it.
Mm.
Because you get to know a little bit about the game, you get to have a go,
A lot of social.
a lot of social, it's a good crack, yeah. I would thoroughly recommend it.
Yes, me too. I'm always
Yeah,
down
you're
there.
very good
yeah.
at it actually, Jack.
Well, I was schooled by your son this week.
Oh, well, the legend, the Ginger Ninja.
The Ginger
Yeah.
Ninja.
And of course, and they've also got a lot of our guys already have been gifted their woods
Yeah,
and
for
their
the
jack
season.
for the season,
Yeah,
which
until
is
the end of
fantastic.
September. Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of the playing has improved because we've been able to play
Practice.
more than once a
Well,
week.
secret practice.
Yeah.
And what does practice make?
Prizes?
Perfection.
Oh no, perfect. Sorry.
Perfection. Perfection
Points me
personified.
prize.
Points
That's
me
what I
prize.
mean,
Sorry, wrong
Showing
game
your
show.
age knowing that.
Well, all this comedy going on here leads
Yes.
us well into our next bit, the comedy club.
Yes, thank you, Rob, for offering to support us. Basically, Rob was sitting at home thinking, how can I help the House of Bread? And he runs a comedy club which is held on the first Monday of every month. At
Juice comedy? is
Juice
it?
Comedy, yes. Find them on Facebook.
Twitter.
And they're at the Market Vault. And they basically, it's a free gig to come along, and they've invited us basically to run around with a bucket and to have some people there to chat about House of Bread. And as MC, Rob's going to sort of talk about House of Bread. And it was a way for him to be involved in supporting House of Bread. And it's a good example where if you're somewhere, and it's only with dear Andy Clapham, thank you very much for that, we'll talk about that in a minute. There's a venue, there's a thing happening, and you want to support House of Bread, and it might be a bucket collection, or like fundraising on the back of a raffle.
Doesn't matter how
it
little
doesn't
or
matter.
small it is.
We'll take anybody's money, really, won't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, almost, yeah.
As long as it's legal tender.
Yeah.
So you jumped ahead of the...
Oh, did I? Oh, sorry. But
list
yes, the Comedy
there.
Club. So,
Well,
yeah.
just to finish on that, when's the first one?
The first one's 6th July. It'll be Facebook diaried, it'll be tweeted, it'll be, the whole thing. So if you're a budding comedian, maybe I could get you to introduce you to Rob. Who knows?
Well, and those nights range from random people coming along and giving it a go, and
People on the-
comedians on
on
the
the
tour
tour,
testing
so-
out their material.
yeah,
So,
so it's
if
quite-
you come down,
It's a
you
mixture.
You might bump into-
who
knows?
Bob Monkhouse or someone. You never know.
Doubtful.
Doubtful, but you never know.
It's a bit cold at the moment.
Yeah.
So the next one on the list, Fun Folk, it says. on
Yes,
my
this
list
is
there.
this is Andy Clapham, who very kindly again runs at the British Legion a fun folk type of an event. And Jan and I went along a couple of weeks ago, and it was great. It was really lovely. A whole different group of people that I've never met before. Heavily into fun folk with beards, although that's not a compulsory requirement.
It's not folk dancing though.
Not folk dancing, no. But Andy very kindly has agreed to run a raffle to promote the House of Bread. So again, we'll have more details about that as it comes up. But again, it's just another way of him. He wanted to help House of Bread. He does this thing on a regular basis, and he said, how could we help? And I said, chat. And it was a lot of fun. And beer is consumed.
And it's a come along and sing, isn't it? I don't
Yeah,
think there's
it's a
any,
sort of turn up and.
Oh, is it a bit like karaoke?
Yeah,
Not
but,
really.
Well, carry your own OP.
Yeah,
Right.
you get a guitar, but there's
You've
some
got to do your own,
soloists.
yeah.
There's some amazing people who just stand up and just sing, and it's just amazing because I can't sing. I just think it's fantastic.
It is bring your own hay bale.
Yeah.
I believe that's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tune your own cud, apparently. So
I'll
yeah.
stop there. Right, so moving on to things we've already mentioned, but we want to keep everybody aware. The cafe at Trinity.
Yes, 27th. So the week after the opening of our garden, and that's Lisa and Anne and her team, and it's the Trinity Cafe, and basically it'll open at 10 o'clock, and it's cakes and scones and sandwiches and tea and coffee, and an opportunity to come and meet us, see us during the daylight hours, I suppose, and the week hours in a conventional environment, and come along and have a cup of tea, make a donation. It's all based on donation, so you can have a cup of tea and a scone or whatever it is. And then we're just saying, you know, if you enjoyed that, wanted to support us, then if you've got some spare change, pop it in our tin. We've already got one over there. But it'll start at 10, and yeah, it's a good opportunity to come and meet. If you're a regularly Trinity goer to the cafe, you won't notice any difference other than the quality of the cakes will be wonderful. So thank you everybody who's making cakes and scones.
Yes, thank you.
But yeah, we're looking forward to that. I think the weather's nice as well. We've booked that.
Again?
I know. I'm charging
We'll
the
be
luck.
inside, so I don't think it will make
So we
that
will
much
be
of a difference.
inside, but yeah, it'll be good to come and see us and just have a chat. And all the regulars that go there, it's lovely to catch up with them. So hello, Dorothy. I'll introduce you to YouTube, Dorothy. No, don't worry.
Right, so I think that's it for this week. There's just one small quick mention. Next week, hopefully, we'll have Debbie
Green, yes,
Green.
from Tesco's. Now she's nervous about coming on. Why would that be? I can't
No.
imagine it.
Actually, we're more nervous her coming on
Yes,
than she is
we might
coming
be
It's
on.
a
going-
wonderful interview.
I
we've
know.
got.
We might be going to Tesco's because it might
Oh,
be easy
fantastic.
logistically. So we will be possibly in the bread aisles in Tesco's, which I'm desperate to get into.
Losing your life again.
Talking about the massive week-long collection that is the Tesco's week-long collection.
Very excited
Very
about
exciting,
that.
yeah. And we'll be talking about volunteers for that.
Yes, so the week after that week-long collection, we will be doing the vlog in amongst tins. There'll be
Lot
that
of
much
tins.
limited space. Right, thank you
Yeah.
guys for this week. It's really good at the moment. It feels very positive.
plenty
and-
It does.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Feels like we're moving
Yeah,
on.
it's all on Facebook, it's all on Twitter, so get involved, retweet.
Don't miss out.
Don't
Don't
miss
miss
out,
out.
get involved. That doesn't
Don't
really
miss
rhyme,
out.
but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Right, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Oh, I had somebody saying, "Oh, where's your outtake?" last week.
Not that we like to take it easy at House of Bread.
Can't. Got to make best use of the nice day.
Is this access?